welcome to the first virtual Katahdin ASP drama production. In light of having to put on hold our traditional conception of drama, we have found a way to continue with drama, have fun, and continue to learn. Although we have stepped down from the stage, we have put together a collection of videos that we hope make you smile, laugh, and enjoy. Students have begun practicing making their own videos and together are learning how to arrange and build in transitions. We are hoping throughout the year to put out more virtual productions, so stay tuned for more to come and watch us grow and learn about production and drama beyond the stage. Till then, sit back and enjoy the videos the students of ASP Drama have put together from comedy, baking, stories, and more. Enjoy their Christmas cheer and comedy.
Perfect day to go for a sled ride. Woo! What a beautiful day out today. You're right. You know what would be a great thing to do today? Go get our Christmas tree. What a good idea. And we can take the snowmobile. Yes, let's do it. Wow, it's perfect. Let's get it. That's a little worse for wear.
Yeah, some big squirrels must have gotten to it on the ride.
Yeah. Well, I guess back to the woods to get another one.
Christmas time, a time of giving. But we don't always know what to give. Different people, different interests. Take grandparents, for example. Then your general old people will sit around with not much to do these days because of our coronavirus. So what can we give them? What can we give them to make them happy and it's something that'll entertain them? Well, let's think about this for a minute. Yeah, annoying little sibling you wish you could get rid of? Well, now you can. We can re-gift those siblings right now. Not only will take care of making your grandparents happy and getting rid of an annoying little sibling. Your Christmas, you'll feel so good at Christmas time from the joy of giving. Let me demonstrate. Hey! First, we just have to wrap them up. And we gotta pull out the right tools for the job. Scissors and tape. And we tape them up. A little tape there. A little tape here. And Hopefully, will be something your grandparents will enjoy. You taking care of your own problem as well. We do not recommend wrapping before Christmas Eve, just because some things may suffocate and or other side effects like not being able.
Welcome to North Pole News. I'm Maggie O'Hara. Today we are talking about something insane, mind-blowing, a complete shocker to us all. Children peeking at their early Christmas gifts. It's quite a thing, you know. It's insane. It's why would they think, you know, to peek at the presents, you know? It's insane. So today I have set up reporter Richard Hamilton and his cameraman to go get the scoop on kids peeking at their presents. Richard, take it away, Richard.
Hi, I'm Richard Hamilton here today, and we are in the Who household. Today we're observing to see if any of the Who residents are going to peek at their Christmas gifts. That old Saint Nick, you know, dropped off. We have one present. If any of those little, you know, little hooligans are going to just come up and take a little peek. And you know, Maggie, I just have one question. I don't really, okay, let's take a look.
All right. Well, Richard, thank you for that, and I hope the cameraman's okay. Thank you all for watching North Pole News. I'm Maggie O'Hara, and I'll see you all.
Are you always sleeping in late and missing those important Zoom meetings? You find yourself frequently hitting snooze on your phone? Well, do I have a solution for you? Introducing the human alarm clock! Wake up to soothing ambient sounds. Or be gently roused. Have a nice natural awakening by light. Even water therapy. Get everyone a human alarm clock this Christmas.
Welcome to Cooking with Fifi. I'm Fifi. So before we start, we must get our recipe. Where did I put it? Oh, found it. So, first we got to get our bowl. Now the first ingredient is ice cubes. So, get some. Hey, what do you call an old snowman? Water. So the second ingredient is some golf balls. You know, just a few, just for some flavor. However many you want to put in. And next, I think some Worcestershire sauce. Yes. So, Worcestershire, you know what I mean. Some of that. Beautiful. Now, some sheep's wool. You know, just a little. Not that much. You don't need that much. Just for some extra flavor and textures. And now, we got a whisk. That's good. Now, safety first, leave that there. A blowtorch, just to get that crispy top that we all know and love. So. Little bit here and there. Perfect. Lovely. Now, finally, just to please those parents out there, you gotta get in your vegetables, okay? So just pluck that right there. That's fine. But now, the special ingredient. Glitter. Dooby-dooby-doo. Dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. Perfect. And now, we put this in the oven. And they should come out as perfectly good sugar cookies. So, to the oven. Bon appetit!
Oh, hi folks, I didn't see you there. Okay. I was just going over Santa's Christmas list, to see who's being naughty or who's being nice, but there's actually a lot of people being nice this year, so that's a good thing for Santa. Anyway, we're gonna be welcome to Reading with Bree. So we're gonna be reading The Night Before Christmas. Doesn't everyone like that? Right? Okay. Either way, we're going to be reading it The Night Before Christmas. It was the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hope that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their head. And Mama, in her handkerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled down for a long winter's nap, when out on the lawn there arose such a clatter. Oops. I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave a luster midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eye should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. Do you think it's St. Nick? I think it is. So, more rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane flew, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky, so out to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. See, I told you it was St. Nicholas. Okay? I told you it was Santa. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head, it was turning around. Down the chimney, St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished, with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. There's Santa. Oh, we got a kitty cat in there, too.
eyes how they twinkled, his dimples how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry, his droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed, like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod up the chimney, he rose. He sprang to a sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, as he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night." I guess that's it. So thank you for staying and tuning in with Reading with Bree. I hope you all enjoyed. Next time we'll be reading another Christmas story, so I hope I can see you there. See ya! Merry Christmas!
Hello everyone, welcome to Crafts with Mrs. House. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make giant paper snowflakes. These turn out really beautiful and they're really simple to make. And they don't take a whole lot of materials to make. So what you're going to need to collect is you're going to need 6 pieces of paper. It can be any color, it can be white, it's totally up to you. I've just chosen simple white, just printer paper that you would print on. You'll need a ruler, stapler for the end, scissors, some scotch tape, and a pencil. So to start out with, you're going to take your paper that is in a rectangular shape and you need to be able to make it into a square. And this simply can be done by folding it over. So I usually work in 1 or 2 sheets of paper together. I just find it easier and it makes it a little bit quicker in making the snowflakes. So to start out with, you're just going to put aside your extra paper. And to make the square, you're simply going to take one corner of your paper and you're going to fold it over to the other side so that it kind of makes like a triangular shape. So you take this, simply fold it over so it lines up with that other edge and comes to a point at the top, as you can see that point. Once I've lined it up and I have it squared, I'm going to make a crease along the edge so it kind of looks like a triangle and you're going to have a little bit of a rectangle on the end. So what you're going to do now is you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut along that line, and that's a little bit hard to see. But you're going to cut off that extra rectangle piece of paper, using your scissors to very carefully cut along that edge of your paper. And you're simply then just going to throw away those extra scraps, or you can use them for some other project. So you're going to do that process of cutting along that edge of that paper to make 6 squares. So right now I have 2, so I'd have to repeat it 4 more times. So again, to show you how to fold the paper, you're going to take 2 pieces of paper, you're going to put them together, you're going to take your corner of your paper and you're going to fold it so that this edge lines up with this edge right here. So it looks like this. You have that point at the end. When it's lined up, you're going to simply crease the paper down and you're going to cut along this line. So you're cutting off that rectangle piece at the end. You can also use a paper cutter and cut to an 8.5 measurement. So you're going to do that so that you end up with 6 squares. So I just finished up cutting my 6 squares, and what I'm going to do is, as I said before, it's easier to work in sets of 2. So I'm going to set aside 4 of my squares, and I'm going to take one set of 2, and I'm going to fold it so that it makes a triangle, back in that triangle shape. And then I'm going to fold it one more time over so that it makes a smaller rectangle. And I'm going to press down and crease, make sure that I have a nice square triangle. The next thing you're going to need is your ruler, your scissors, and your pencil. The ruler is really optional. I just use it to help get straight lines. What I do is I take my ruler and I line it up with that long edge of my triangle, and I simply just draw a straight line going down. I then take my ruler and I slide it over and I line it up with that line that I just drew, and I repeat that process so that I have 3 lines that I've drawn on my paper. I can put aside my ruler and my pencil. I don't need it right now. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to use my scissors. You can just use regular scissors, or if you have decorative scissors, you can use that as well. It's perfectly fine. It just depends on what you want for your snowflake. So on here, I have 3 lines. And I'm going to cut, and it doesn't matter which way I cut, but when I cut, I'm going to cut so that I'm about 1/4 of an inch from the top of my paper. So I'm going to very carefully follow that line. I'm not going to cut all the way up because I don't want to cut any pieces off. I'm going to go till about 1/4 inch from the top of my paper, and I'm going to stop. I'm going to repeat that process 2 more times. I don't want to cut all the way through because that's going to break my snowflake. Cut again all the way to the top. I'm going to stop at 1/4 inch. And then I'm going to put it aside. And then I'm going to repeat that process 2 more times. So now that I've cut all my pieces, I'm going to very carefully open up my folded paper. I want to do this very carefully so that I don't end up ripping anything that I've cut. It may get caught on each other. Just do it gently. And all you're going to need for this next step is just one of your cut pieces. So put aside the rest, and you're going to need your Scotch tape. So in this next step, you're going to take your pieces that you've cut and you're going to curl them over and tape them. You could either curl them around like this, or if you choose to want to keep that point, you can put the ends of the paper together so it's going to end up looking like that, or curled over so that it looks like that. So you're going to start out with your center one. So for this, you're going to just need a very small piece of tape, and you're going to lift up one side. I find it easier that if you just put the tape halfway on your paper so it looks like that. And you're going to grab your other piece, curl it around, and then wrap the other side that has the tape over it and tape it down. This might be the trickiest one that you have to do because it's the smallest. And then your next step is you're going to continue that process, but each time you're going to alternate the side that you curl to. So I curled this one up, I'm going to flip my paper over, and the next one's going to curl this way. So I'm going to get my piece of tape, I'm going to curl over, and what I like to do is I like to take this pointed edge and line it up with the inner part on the other side. Just makes it a little bit more even, but you can tape it any which way. It doesn't matter really. And then you're going to keep flipping and doing the same process over again. So I'm going to take my third strip and I'm going to curl it over, line it up, and tape it down. And I'm going to flip it over, curl my pieces over, and tape it down. You would continue this process 5 more times until you have 5 of these kind of, I'm going to say, teardrop shapes. You could even just do a single snowflake hanging from the ceiling, just like this. But to make a giant snowflake, you're going to need 6 of these. So repeat the process that I just did 5 more times. So now that you have your 6 pieces, you're simply just going to need 3 to start out with. I find that it's easier to work with just those 3. So put the other 3 aside, and you are going to then take one of your snowflakes, and I like to use the center of my snowflake as my starting point. So you're going to take your 3 pieces, and you want to point them all in the same direction so that center piece is pointing the same way. So if it's pointing to the right, you want all your pieces to be pointing to the right. This makes it just a little bit more symmetrical. And so take 2 pieces, and you're going to line up the ends of them so that they line up together, so that the center of them are all pointing the same way. And then you're going to line up your 3rd one as well, just like you did with your first 2, so they line up together at that center point, and that their center of your snowflake are all pointing in the same direction. You're going to now take your stapler, and you're going to staple together at the center point. You're going to repeat this process with your other 3 pieces, so put those aside for right now. Repeat the process for your other 3. Again, you want all the center points to be pointing in the same direction, and you want to line up your ends so they're nice and even. And then staple it to help keep it attached. And now you have 2 halves of your snowflake. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your 2 ends of your snowflake, those pointy ends, so that they're going to come together. But one thing you want to check first is that all your center pieces are going in the same direction. Mine at this point are not. I have one going to the right and I have the other one going to the left. That is a simple fix. All I need to do is just flip one side of my snowflake, and they'll all be going in the same direction. Now what you do is you put those center pieces of your snowflake together, and you're going to take your stapler and staple them together. One staple should hold. If you need more, then you can. The last step, you're going to notice that all the pieces, once I hang this up, are going to be kind of floppy together. So what you're going to do is, where your pieces come together, you're going to go in and take your stapler and go in and staple those pieces together. This gives your snowflake a little bit more security, and you're going to repeat that step all the way around. And as you do this, you're going to find that your snowflake is a little bit more stable. Once you've done all sides, you can choose to poke a hole through one and put a string to hang it. You can use a hole punch if you have one and poke a hole and again put the string to hang it. And then you're left with a beautiful snowflake, which looks like this. So I hoped you enjoyed this craft time with learning how to make a giant paper snowflake. Join us soon for some more crafts. Happy holidays.
I'm on my way, but the roads are getting so rough. I'm not spending the night in this little town. I'm riding through the woods right now. I didn't even know if anyone lives here. No, I know, it's just... I'm gonna have to call you back. I think my car is stuck. I guess I gotta call for a car.
Hi there, ma'am. You need a little help?
What, are you just gonna throw snow at me too? What does it look like? Of course I need help!
Hop in. We'll get you warm.
Thank you.
I got a spare room upstairs and a shower. I'll leave some of my sister's spare clothes for you.
Thanks. I don't think these clothes fit me.
Oh, sorry. Those are my nieces. Let me go get my sisters. I hope those clothes fit good. Much better than my nieces.
Yeah, they fit nice. Where am I?
You're in a small town called Pillsbury.
Pillsbury? I'm supposed to be going from one city to the next, where my parents live from where I work.
Well, you're gonna have to wait, because there's a snowstorm happening.
I can't wait. Help me get my car unstuck. Call me a cab. I don't care. I need to be at my parents.
I'm sorry, it's not safe to travel.
What?
Well, I was just making a stew, and I didn't know if you wanted to have some. You haven't eaten in hours.
Well, I guess I am kind of hungry.
And it'll pass the time away.
Fine. I'll be out in 10 minutes.
Alright, see you there. It's nice that you spend Christmas with your parents. I usually spend Christmas alone after my parents exfoliated in their candle shop business burning.
Well, hopefully someone will spend Christmas with you someday.
I hope so.
I just want to say thank you. Really. You helped me out a lot, and I don't know what I would have done if no one would have come along.
Anytime.
Thanks.
So, have you ever played in the snow?
Played in the snow? What are you talking about?
It's the funnest thing to do in the wintertime. You ever made a snowman?
Maybe when I was like 4.
Maybe looked up at the sky and got snowflakes on your tongue?
Snowflakes on your tongue?
Yeah. Made a snow angel?
No.
Well, we gotta start.
the winter.
I never knew how much fun I could be with you.
Oh, it stopped snowing.
Looks like the storm is over.
Yep. Bye. See ya.
Good morning, sweetheart. Nice to see you.
Morning, Mom. It's nice to see you too.
Oh yeah, you sound convincing. What's up?
Well, I had to stay at this guy's house because of the storm, and I think I forgot to flush the toilet.